Good evening. My name is Samuel Tagba, and today I'll be doing a presentation pertaining to child developmental growth. I was given the opportunity to go to C.C. Spalding Elementary School, right down the street from Central University. I volunteered at the classroom of Mr. Thorpe, who is a fifth grade math teacher, and he also teaches reading as well too. So when given the opportunity to come into his class, um, I was actually doing my study on a specific student. The name will go as Anonymous. Um, in this presentation, his name will be Johnny. All right. So as I observed from the classroom setting in the back of the class, um, Johnny is well known in his class by his peers. He's definitely somebody that gets along with his peers also, but is a class clown. Um, he's clear that he plays sports as well too. His main thing is math is not his strongest subject. I actually do tutor in math as well too. So after observing, I'll get into more details on that. But from observing it from the beginning, he was having some complications with his math assignments, as far as basic fraction skills, mixed fractions. So when he realized that he was having complications with that, he thus first started playing around with his classmate that was sitting next to him. They were actually in a group, so it was five of them, and Johnny was a part of that. So being in that group setting, he realized that he wasn't good. He realized that he doesn't know his full potential in order to do the assignment correctly and ask for help. So instead of asking for help, he thus far went ahead and started to mess around with the younger girls in the classroom as far as poking jokes pertaining to insecurity things about women, pretty much, or little girls, as far as like their head being too big or walking weird, making jokes at outfit, clothes, and stuff like that. He also was making jokes as well too at the teacher. Wasn't really paying attention much. From the beginning of the classroom, he was well behaved. It's just transitioning into actually doing math assignments that really led to his outburst. Now, this outburst was not one that was too loud, but it was just more so you can see the uncomfortableness as far as doing the math assignments. After I realized this, I thus far went forward and sat at the table where Johnny was sitting, and I began to actually do one of the sheets that they were doing to let all of his peers in that group know, including himself, that math is easy. As he saw me do that, he was well engaged into how I did it so fast and how I found an easier way to do it than the way the teacher was teaching. So in order to help him, I didn't want to single anybody out, but I realized he was needed the most help out of all. So I pulled him to the side and sat down with him and doing some of the math equations that they had going on for the fractions. As far as helping him on that one, was noticing this is a form of cognitive development, which this has to do with his intellectual skills, which includes as well as attention and his memory skills. So, seeing that he's been taught this plenty, as from the quote from the teacher, his memory skills weren't that well too because it's a subject that he doesn't seem too engaged in. So in order to engage him in, that's why I had to go ahead and help him realize his full potential as far as finding an easier route to doing an assignment than going the long route. Certain things are taught, and we have to find shorter ways in order for that person or individual to understand it. So with him, I actually broke the math up and did as addition and finding a base common denominator, something like stuff like that, and the numerator as well too, having to go ahead and understand if you're going to change the bottom, you must also change the top, being as in whatever is multiplied at the bottom must be multiplied at the top. He took this well into advice and was actually progressing way better, understanding it way better. As far as he showed a sense of happiness, comfortable, and well, even more relaxed because he was receiving help. So, being that the teacher had multiple students in the classroom, that's understandable as a teacher cannot get to every student. So me being there this day and seeing that this particular student was the rowdy one, the jokester when it came to certain things that he was uncomfortable with. Um, he took pride into actually knowing and actually told me thank you as far as helping him, and went about his business with his friends. So as I went back to sit down and actually see how the remainder of the class would go, they had brought up another math assignment. Same thing, similar to what they was doing before, but different questions. So he went from not completing the sheet the first time to actually completing the sheet as far as the 10th person, if I'm not mistaken. This is the class of 27 students at CC Spalding for Mr. Thorpe, the fifth grade math teacher as well too. So it was definitely a great experience, and I would definitely do it again in order to continue helping out the youth. As far as Johnny, maybe Mary will need help next time.